afternoon, everyone. So nice to see you here. I'm on my way to Florida today, clearly enjoying some nice weather. And I'm going to answer some questions that I get asked a lot. So stay tuned, ride along with me. Let's enjoy a smoke and a beautiful day. If this video is a little vibrating, this road is a little worse than, even though it seems smooth, it's worse than the roads going to Ohio. Very odd. Anyway, so let's get to it. The first question that I get asked a lot is, what does it take to be a truck driver? Like, what kind of mentality does it take? All right. What I guess I would actually start out with is the kind of person that does not do well as a truck driver. If you are not self-motivated, don't be a truck driver. If you get offended easily, for the love of God, don't be a truck driver. If you're unorganized, don't be a truck driver. If you get scared easy, don't do the job. If you like to be home regularly, don't be a truck driver. Unless you want to work local, and then you might have a little more option. If you don't like getting your hands dirty, don't be a truck driver. And I'm going to throw in, if you're a woman and you like to have really long nails, just stop it. Just stop. I've seen a couple ladies out here that wear the big eyelashes and the big long nails, and that's okay if you spend your life in the mall, but as a truck driver, you become a little useless when you can't get in and really get into an engine or fixing something on the trailer. I know there's women that do it, so don't come for me. If you've got long nails and you love them, then you do you, babe. But most other truckers are going to look at that and go, I don't think she takes her job seriously. Honestly, as a woman, you need to put that out there, that you do take this profession seriously. If you like to travel, this will be a good profession for you. If you're good with your sense of direction, this will be a good career for you. If you're not, stay at home. I tell people, if you love big trucks, big machinery, a lot of power, horsepower, torque, we got the torque. If you love to travel, if you like being alone, you'll do well on the job. So anyway, maybe that answers the question. Coming through the back door. How not to be if you want to be a good truck driver. You have to be very tenacious. You have to be self-motivated. And you have to like being alone. So that takes me to my next question. People always ask me, do you ever get lonely or scared? And I would say no to both of those. I like having my alone time. It's very meditative, as is having a cigar. So it's just nice. Just get out here. You can really run through your thoughts. Enjoy your time. Bored? Not really. I'm not a boring person, so I don't get bored too easy. But there's certainly going to be a lot of times where you're hurrying up and waiting. So you need to have a way to entertain yourself, whether it's playing on your phone or keeping a TV. I've got a DVD player. If I was somewhere for a long time, I can watch movies. I don't really get bored on the truck either because I have Bean with me. I've almost always had a dog, but there's been times where I didn't. And while there are some other things that you have to consider as far as stopping to let your dog out and whatnot, it's not any big issue to have the dog on the truck. Scared? No, although I guess that's everyone's perspective. You could be put in situations that if you're not prepared for it, if you're not trained for them, they can make you nervous. And I suppose the first year that you're out, you're getting your experience. sure, especially in the wintertime, driving with snow, there can be some times where you get puckered up a little bit, if you know what I mean. As a woman in the truck stop, no, I don't get scared. Men overall are very polite and respectful. You do your job and you have good customer service skills and you're professional. What's there to be scared of, you know? I mean, this is what it is. Again, if you're the type of person that gets scared easy or offended easy, stay in the house. Another question I get asked a lot is, oh, you're a pretty girl. How do you drive that big truck? What? I drive it with my feet and my hands, just like the men do. For other driving tips, stay tuned. Next question I get asked a lot. I mean, this ranks up there, at least with other drivers and myself, as probably one of the top questions. Why am I not an owner-operator? Or would I ever be an owner-operator or lease operator? And the resounding answer is no, never. Here's why. That lifestyle is very right for a lot of people, especially if you are a team truck, which means that there's two drivers that drive and operate that truck. Yes, owning your truck can be a really good option. Here's the problem. You have to be married to that truck. If the truck is not rolling, you are not making money. And if you have a breakdown issue, then not only are you paying horrendously high money for repairs, but you're also not making money. I am married to my husband. I am married to my life. I am married to my lifestyle, and that's the way I like it. I've done this job now a long time. I used to stay out for about a month at a time. I definitely don't want to do that anymore. I have a very cushy job now. I'm very, very blessed to have the job that I do. When I am done with this truck, or if I needed to quit this company, I get out of this truck. I don't have to keep paying for it. I don't have to try to sell it. Nothing. If the truck breaks down, the company pays for the repairs and puts me up in a hotel if it's going to be an overnight repair. Or if the truck is going to be down for a while, they're generally able to put me in another truck and keep me running. So for me being a company driver, man, I like this umbrella I live under. I really like it. It works for me. And sometimes I think, oh, I should have bought a truck or two and had other drivers drive for me. Make some passive income, so to speak. But there's so much cost involved with these trucks, with operating them, getting the permits and the fuel tax that you have to have. And that's just for a box van like what I drive. You know, if you're driving tankers, hazmat, if you're driving oversized, overweight loads, those are all going to be permit loads, the oversized and overweight. It'd be fun to drive them, but I just don't want to deal with it. So there's my answer to that. What got me into trucking? That's another question I get. And that is probably going to have to be a whole other video, because that's going to be like a tales from the truck, so to speak, or tales before the truck, because it's a long story. In a very small nutshell, 3 things got me into a truck. 1, I love traveling. I love hauling things. I've hauled horses for years, especially when I was competing and training full time. So I like being on the road. And I love big trucks. I've always loved big trucks. For 2, I was a paramedic, becoming a paramedic. I was pretty well on my way there. And there's just, you know, like in many businesses, there's not a lot of money to be had when you start out. And I was kind of in a place in my life where I needed to start making money quickly. So career change got me thinking about it. And one of the biggest catalysts was actually a horrendously bad relationship. Very abusive, and he became a stalker.
Wow!
And I literally couldn't get away. this career gave me that opportunity. This career can really help a lot of people in unfortunate situations of any type, whether it's a relationship or a financial situation or even a home life. Again, this career gave me a home, so, and I can take my home anywhere. So it was fun, and it's given me a lot of travel opportunity. I've been to all states in mainland America except for Washington and Oregon, maybe North Dakota. I've been in South, maybe North Dakota. I don't know that I've been in there. If I did, I just pass through. So I've gotten to see a whole lot of things. I have friends now that I am friends with purely from trucking. That's it. They've become great friends of mine. Stayed in touch with them, stayed in good contact with them.